Late night for the Wichita City Council as council members vote to pass next year's operating budget. The budget was adopted in a 6-1 vote after hearing feedback from the public. Sophia Jernander shows us how that vote played out.
The Wichita City Council voting to adopt the fiscal budget for 2027 following public comment that criticized lack of funding for the public library and property tax increases. The final vote was 6-1, with Mayor Lily Wu voting against. She objected to an increase in funds to the public library. The library says it's still not enough, 40% of what they've asked for, but they say it's better than nothing. Before approving the budget, the city had to approve exceeding revenue neutral rate from the previous year, which they did. While the mill levy rate didn't increase, the city said homeowners will still see an increase in property taxes. The final vote also saw an additional $100 million given to Second Light to combat homelessness.
We have been looking at a plan that calls for closing at 7. No weekend openings at all.
I cannot, in good faith, move forward with having the city manager's proposal of adding $375,000 if it's still going to reduce library hours.
Hardworking families and seniors struggle to keep the roof over their head.
The final budget is about $800 million. In Wichita, Sophia Jernander, 12 News.
2/3 of the $800 million budget is earmarked for fire and police services.